Hey guys, Mystery here. Uh, I figured I would do another ASMR video in my car. I just think it's easier sometimes, depending on the mood that the cats are in. Um, and it's bright out, so it's always nice. And I'm getting like a little bit of a setup going on in here if I do it in my car. So, um, yeah, it's awesome. So, I figured, oh, better not open that up for a little bit. Actually, maybe we'll try it. Turned out good. At least they didn't just cover me. Well, anyways, in life, uh, pretty much everyone I know has those times where it's, there's just someone or there's something they just wished someone would, just say sorry. And they felt like they needed to hear sorry, and or they needed some sort of closure. I know I felt like I've had that a few times, and I also think life has a way of pointing to you where you find the answers, and you find that thing in you where you can eliminate that to begin with, and you don't need it after all, because you found a certain strength, or you found that certain something. But sometimes closure starts as a good place to start is just hearing sorry, and sometimes you never get that sorry from that someone or that something or the universe that you felt you needed, and so I figured, since there's a lot of us out there that don't have closure for certain things in their life, maybe today is a good day to put the past away. I hopefully get the reference. And I love that. That's the best lyric in the whole equation of that song. But I'm not gonna give it away, but it's a song. And so I figured, why not today? Maybe I can give you the start to move on from those things that you feel like you just can't seem to let go, or that sorry that you needed to hear, and let me say sorry for you, or for them, or whatever it is, to you, and so that you can just let it go. And I've never seen anyone do a video like this, and I feel like there's a lot of us out there that could use it, and you find in time is the biggest healer, they say, but really, a lot of it's the answers you find along the way, and the personal growth, that goes with time, because time in itself, I don't think it's really what heals you, but I think living your life and the things you learn along the way are the biggest healers. So, but today, I'm gonna say sorry. Sorry. I'm saying sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry that I wasn't there for you when you needed me. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. And I wish you would take all that energy from the pain and just use it toward just pure growth, because I'm not worth it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you tried your very, very, very best and it didn't work out. But wow, did it bring you somewhere special. Could you imagine all the things you would have missed had that worked out? All the things that, I mean, what a beautifully imperfect life we live. That one time you fell down, that sure taught you a lot of lessons, didn't it? But I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. But it's time to let go. And realize the beauty and all that has come from that. So, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry she did that to you. You do deserve better, and you did deserve better. You did your very best, and she did that to you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry he wasn't there. You know, I'm sorry he wasn't there. But you're here. You'll never let that stop the show, will you? I'm sorry she wasn't there. I'm sorry. But don't you think it's time? Would you give her no more time to disrupt your path or your feelings? Now you can give these people time. You can give these people time if you choose to. But you should also choose to not let them stop the show. The show must go on. 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 The show is going on. I know you. And for you, the show goes on. I'm sorry that you lost them. I'm sorry you lost them. I'm sorry you lost them at the time that you lost them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel such pain. And I'm sorry that it feels unfair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. In my life, my biggest tragedy, ultimately led me to doing this channel. It led me to become a less superficial person. It led me to love deeper towards the people that are good to me. Like I said, I do this channel where it allows me to care about people in a larger facet, a larger audience, a larger grasp than I could ever have done just walking around, And so, man, I sure felt bad for myself. I did. I sure felt bad for myself. I sure sure felt bad for myself. I sure felt bad for myself. I did. I bet you have before as well. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that it stopped the show. I'm sorry that it stopped the show for a little bit. I'm sorry that it stopped the show for a bit for myself. I'm sorry that it stopped the show for a bit for you. I'm sorry. Life is not perfect. I'm sorry. Life is not perfect. I'm sorry that life is not perfect. I'm sorry that life is not perfect. But as I said earlier, life is perfectly imperfect, because wouldn't it be a boring life if everything turned out perfect all the time? Nothing was a struggle. You never had to really dig deep and learn about who you are. You never had to dig deep and learn who you are in these situations, and what you stand for, and what you will or will not deal with. You know, that you showed that you would have never been able to show the true grit that you hold deep inside you. Man, that's something to be proud of. That's something to be proud of. And if you're busy hurting right now, you're busy hurting, which we've all been entitled to having those times, and we all have those times. Some people show it different than others, But if you're busy hurting, it looks like it's your time to show that real warrior spirit. The warrior spirit that's inside you. The warrior spirit. The warrior spirit. The warrior spirit. The warrior spirit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry those things happened. I am so sorry. I'm sorry you didn't deserve those things. I'm sorry they said that to you. I'm sorry that your efforts came up to nothing. I'm sorry they couldn't see how wonderful you are. And I'm sorry that it hurts. But you know how wonderful you are. And even right now, if you are doubting yourself, you know it in here. You do. And that's why the unfairness of the whole thing. That's why. You feel it, because you know you're worth something. That's where it's coming from. There's a seed in you of that, and you know it, and you might not think it, but your heart and soul knows it. I'm sorry that we fall down sometimes. And I'm sorry you're hurting right now. But sure enough, you will rise up, as you have done many times. Many times. And if this is the beginning of the first time, that first step up, that first rise up, well, heck, you got a lot of heart you're gonna be showing, and that's a beautiful thing. People will remember that about you. They will. They will, they will, they will. I'm sorry that you don't see you as I see you. I'm sorry. You are beautifully imperfect, and I am sorry that you do not see that. Ain't nobody perfect in this world, but you're so beautifully imperfect, it makes you perfect. And that's one of the most beautiful traits that we all hold deep in us. It's the beautiful thing about life too. We hold it deep in us. Something weird about this crazy life and this world we live in. It's chaotic, but man, is it beautiful and has such beautiful moments. So imperfect that it's beautifully perfect in a weird way. Man, it's pretty crazy. I'm sorry I don't make videos as much as I used to. And I'm sorry I spent so much time feeling bad for myself. So, I'm gonna be back, stronger than ever. In fact, I think I already stepped up. And things will only get better. I'm sorry you can't sleep at night. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, there's a glare. There's a glare on my hair, on my cheeks. I'm sorry it took so long for me to make this video. I'm sorry you had to wait. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry right when you thought you had it all figured out. This crazy life, this crazy, crazy life pulled another one on you. Isn't it crazy how it does that? Man. I'm sorry. Feeling bad for ourselves is usually the easiest option. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's the easy choice. I'm sorry that that's the sucker's way out. Don't worry. We've all done it. We've all done it. I'm sorry that it's like that sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you haven't listened to this amazing band. If you haven't, Mudvayne. This is one of their most well-rounded CDs. I saw it and I wanted to do some tapping on it, I guess. So. One of my favorite bands of all time, easily in my top 5. Well, especially their older stuff. Their last CD was like, oh. I'm sorry I haven't told you about my new tattoo. forgot. It's happiness. Or tuna salad. But in any case, it's happiness to me. And so yeah, I got that last Monday with my cousin. Last Monday with my cousin. He was up from Florida. And we hadn't gotten tattoos in a while, and we hadn't sure as heck gotten them together. I've been with him when he got tattoos, but we together haven't gotten tattoos together. So that was really awesome to do that with him. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to end this video here. It was great catching up with you. It was. I hope this give you something to think about. I hope this relaxed you, and I hope it allows you to get some good sleep. But most of all, I hope it gave you something to think about. My life is a story in itself, and a lot of lessons to be learned, and we are not different. And so that's why I can say these things, and use examples from my life, and be so confident in all the beautiful things you're gonna grow from and do. And, you know, just gotta take those things that you thought you needed a sorry for, and yeah, you got one today, but the answers were in you the whole time, and the strength in you to get past that was in you the whole time. So I love you guys, I really do, and I hope you have the most amazing day, and the next day after that, and you live up to the craziness that this wild world will give you, and you knock it down, knock it out of the ballpark, and just keep on standing, keeping that chin raised high. And love you guys.